I've realized that most people don't understand the concept of brand.
Business is not equal to brand.
Branding actually is how you speak, how you communicate, how you come across and present yourself.
In any commodity driven and fast moving industry in India, we also face a lot of competition on ground.
Commodity manufacturer owners think that advertising is very costly. They don't understand that how you behave shapes your perception of the product in the market.
The only challenge is that it should not stop there, and it should not be only person driven. It should be a process driven organization as well. A golden triangle that all the products have to follow. It's the price, the value, and the distribution what you are doing. And this is where the brands don't realize and they feel कि ये commodity business है, यहाँ पे तो price कम करेगा तो ही चलेगा.
That's a wrong notion. Hi, I'm Nagesh Pannaswamy, your host on Commodity to Branding. And today I'm joined by somebody who's not only powering homes and industries across India, but also driving one of the most interesting journeys in the electrical space, marketing electricals, MCBs, and switches. Devesh, the Chief Operating Officer of PM Kona, is here today with us. He brings with him a deep on ground understanding of what it takes to do business in a crowded category, which not only jostles for shelf space, but it's also very price driven. At a time when many brands struggle to differentiate, PM Kona has carved a niche for itself in the space, not only from what it makes, but also how the brand thinks in the marketplace. And this entire thinking has been shaped by none other than Devesh. Devesh, happy to have you here, and I'm honored to, I'm glad to say that your experience is going to benefit the viewers of this podcast. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Nagesh. And I think the honor is all mine.
Thank you.
And first of all, many congratulations on your book From
Thank you so
Commodity
much.
to Brand. It's a very crisp and clean read. It's already a bestseller, so for those who have not read it, I'll highly recommend it.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
for having me again.
So glad that you found the book useful.
Yes.
So let's deep dive into what we're here today for, right? So just want to understand, Devesh, understanding the commodity landscape, right? You operate in one of the most price sensitive and commoditized markets. Switches, LEDs, MCBs. Okay, what does competition really look like on the ground for you?
In any commodity driven and fast moving industry in India, we also face a lot of competition on ground. An insight that I have understood, especially after post COVID, is that all the brands existing are trying to take the space of their nearest competitor in the market.
Right.
Maybe through extensive marketing, maybe through launching new products or venturing into new geographies. So the case is same for us, but that is exactly where the opportunity lies, because competition is where the business is.
Right.
So if the competition is coming in this space currently, especially for PM Kona, I would say this is a strong space that we have already operated from years. And now other brands have started realizing it, and post COVID, it has become intense. So many brands have started to come in this space, and where all the brands started shouting price, we silently started whispering value. That is what differentiates us from the other brands. As an example, if I may share with you, we started telling our customers for our products value and how they can get the best out of it. For example, if you go into a electrical store today, you will see that they are proposing, sir ये सस्ता है ले लो, ये तो सेम ही दिखता है सर आप ले लो.
Right.
What we taught our team was to make them understand what is the key differentiator of PM Kona products, and that predominantly is providing value of money with quality. So that quality driven approach has helped us to survive in this competition, so to say.
So that's interesting, but tell me, how does an end consumer or an influencer know whether your quality is better off as compared to the nearest rival, who's
Right.
maybe 5%, 7% cheaper than you? How
Right.
does one differentiate?
So it's the first, I strongly believe that our first influencers are your first stakeholders and the team that is driving the product. Recently, I've just written a post also. We had a very nice pan-India all sales team training in Delhi. And that's the same thing I've communicated there, that you are the first face of the company. How our team communicates in the market, how our first influencers, which are the dealers, the retailers communicate in the market about our product is what the customer understands. In our industry, the consumer is not the ultimate influencer, or he's a consumer of a product, he's a buyer of the product, but the influencers are different.
Right.
So we focus on our key influencers, that are the dealers, the retailers, and more so importantly, the electricians. We try to show them that आप अगर ये प्रोडक्ट लगाओगे, अगर ये प्रोडक्ट खराब कम होता है, तो आप लोग रिप्लेस कम करोगे. So आपके लिए वैल्यू है, because you as a store will build a trust in our product. That customer who is buying product from you will build a trust in our product.
Right.
So that's how we try to shape up our trust in the consumer mind.
So what I understand from you is that the attitude and the confidence that your team carries to the dealers and the outlets, and then the product takes over when the end consumer or the customer tries buying, and the long lasting value that they get is actually the summation of what you're trying to do.
To an extent, yes. And just to add on a point to it also, I strongly believe that you will sell a product on the merit of a product itself, but you will keep on selling the product on the merit of a brand.
Right.
So brand building is also very crucial and important for us. And this is the first part of brand building also, your team, how it communicates. And then of course, everything adds to it. And yeah, I think that's how we target our niche also.
Right. So interesting point you made there, Devesh. In commodity markets and commodity companies, I've realized that most people don't understand the concept of brand, right? Many manufacturers they think that by plastering the logo everywhere, I'm doing a marketing exercise and branding exercise, but that's actually not it.
Right.
Branding actually is how you speak, how you communicate, how you come across and present yourself, how your salespeople, how your dealers, distributor talk about a product. It's a sum total of all this. Advertising is just a small bit, correct?
Right.
Important, which helps in shaping perceptions, but not the end of it all, correct? Also, the commodity manufacturer owners think that advertising is very costly. They don't understand that, how you behave shapes your perception of the product in the market. And it's interesting to see that you're talking of all those small things that impact the brand's presence in the marketplace.
Right. Right.
So, is it a thought through strategy, or is it something that is stumbled upon, or is it something that planned over a period of time?
I'll say intrinsically, we already had that kind of an approach. But yes, actively, we have started doing it more so recently, wherein we communicate that our brand ethos or the brand values should be also echoed by our team
Right.
and our influencers. So the answer is yes and no.
Yes.
It was already there, but then conscious decision to take it forward has been a recent approach.
That's very interesting, and that I would, say that's a great tick mark for you, and it's awesome if you're doing that in a planned manner.
Thanks.
Also, Devesh, PM Kona sounds very similar to many other players in the market. So how and what have you done to carve out a unique identity for yourself?
Actually, all the brands think that product अगर pricing same है, दिखता same है, तो सब लोग खरीदेंगे. But in marketing, we very well know that if you are building for everyone, then you are building for no one.
No one, exactly.
So there are two core strategies that I personally think of whenever I'm planning any product. One is the segmentation, targeting, and positioning approach, which is the STP approach,
Yep.
where you understand what is a segment of product people that you are building it for. Then you target it with the proper values that can provide to a consumer, to that consumer, and we position our product so कि वो different दिखे दूसरे similar looking products से भी.
Right.
So that's a one approach. And second is, of course, a very plain Jane and age-old method of the 4 Ps: product, price, place, and promotion.
Yep.
I mean, अगर रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जी का एक quote मैं बोलूँ तो, it's so simple to be happy, but so difficult to be simple.
How nice, yeah.
So in marketing also it goes like that only. If you focus on the basics, it's very
A lot
simple
of
to make your
people
consumers happy.
overcomplicate.
Yeah.
A lot of people overcomplicate the
Correct.
most basic of things.
Yeah.
So that's a very nice quote. That's something that I'll take away from today's podcast. So tell me, has PM Kona ever faced a moment where you felt that the product was blending into the crowd? There was no differentiation. It was looking almost like everybody else. And if you felt that, what did you do what step changes did you do to achieve a change?
So two instances come in mind when you ask me this. One is, yes, of course, we are in a very fragmented kind of a market as well. And there are a lot of products, not even the big brands, there are local brands as well whom we compete with. And more so, the products look similar, if not same.
Correct.
First point is one that I already told earlier is where you can sell a product once, but if you have to sell that same product again, you will have to take the benefit of brand. And this is where our brand, which has a legacy of 55 years, has stuck with our audience, because more so the buyers have remained the same over the period of years. And that trust has, I mean, I'm very fortunate to have that trust being replicated to the younger generation also,
Hmm.
which is not very, brand loyalty in today's world is it's diluted. You can't hope for a brand loyalty to continue for so long.
True.
That's fun. If I can tell you an instance about it,
Sure.
a few years back, I found a very interesting and confusing insight from the market when I went on ground. Was people were buying our products, the dealers were buying our products, they were selling our products very nicely, but they were not keeping our products in the shelf.
Okay.
दिस वॉज लिटिल इंटरेस्टिंग फॉर मी। भाई आप बेच तो रहे हो हमारा माल, आप खरीद भी अच्छा रहे हो। बोले सर आपका बेच रहा है ना माल, आप क्यों टेंशन ले रहे हो, हम लोग आपका ही बेचते हैं माल। दैट्स फाइन, बट
दिखना
एज
चाहिए।
दिखना चाहिए वो।
हाँ.
वाई इट शुड रिप्लिकेट, बिकॉज आप भले एक कंज्यूमर मेरा प्रोडक्ट नहीं खरीद रहा है, ही शुड एटलीस्ट नो दैट वी एग्जिस्ट एज अ ब्रांड, एंड इफ यू आर नॉट देयर ऑन द शेल्फ, then how am I able to convince my consumer to do though?
True.
It's as good as in digital we check impressions and we check clicks.
Correct.
There's an impression
Yeah.
of what a consumer has for
Correct.
ours on the shelf.
Yeah.
On deeper intervention, we understood that our old packaging, which had continued for a long time, did not resonate so well with the other brands packaging that were there in the market.
Oh, okay.
थोड़ा सा पुराना जैसा लग रहा था.
So it was more dated as compared to the more modern players.
Correct.
Okay.
It was direct. It had information, but it did not had that appeal. And from that point, we rechanged our entire 2000 SKU plus SKUs का packaging from ground up, from the outer packaging से लेके till the label panel, everything till the internal packaging, to make sure that if he keeps it on the shelf, it's his branding also that is reflected. And as a result, just like few years from now, I see that the same dealers have started keeping our products on the shelf, because now their shelves look better when they keep our products or packaging there.
Oh, nice. So you already had mind space. You also then try to carve out shelf space for yourself.
Very, very, very rightly put.
Right.
Yes.
And doing SKU changes for 2000 SKUs
Yeah.
must have been a mammoth exercise.
Yeah, it took us very long. We started with one product, which was our Estella range. We had newly launched in 2021, and it was a affordable premium kind of a product. And we started to do that changes from there.
Okay.
It was a stark difference from what we had earlier. But once we got confidence, in fact, the dealers started demanding कि आप ये packaging इधर रखो, ऐसा करो, ऐसा करो.
Nice. Okay.
And we consciously changed our POS displays and everything also behind it, so that it should look different from the crowd.
Right.
So again, just a small instance. If you see a standard board, when we go in an electrical store, you will see that वहाँ पे electrical board लगे हुए with all the switches.
Switches, yes.
Most of them are straight like this. ऐसा लगे.
Yep.
We consciously put it like this, cross.
Okay.
क्या देखिएगा अरे cross क्यों है? ऐसा क्यों है? But I
So
got your
eye goes
impression.
there, huh?
Your eye goes there. I got your impression.
Right.
And similar kind of an approach we did it with the packaging, and that's how it worked.
Nice. Oh. So these are small guerrilla things that you do on ground
Yeah.
that helps you get the visibility.
So as you rightly said, it's not advertisement is very costly. People feel so, but all this is also advertisement only.
Exactly. Correct.
You don't need crores of rupees and a brand ambassador to just make your brand visible. Yes, all
Many
these
a
things
many a times, commodity product owners, marketing managers don't look at this nuances. They feel that marketing means advertising, communication, brochures, and all that. But there are so many small such nuggets, like you said, putting the switches in a horizontal manner where everybody expects it to be vertical or straight, that catches the eye. कि ऐसा क्यों है? And the moment it is SRQ, you end up looking at the brand name and there's a click that happens,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Interesting. There is another question that I had as a marketeer, and when we were talking earlier, you said that I run my marketing campaign, I run the wherever I work as a business owner, right? That's the mindset you bring to your job, right? So as a business owner and as a marketing person, what are the challenges that are keeping you awake?
So I wear multiple hats here in PM Kona. So it's not a one part answer, but it's a 3-part answer, so to say.
Sure.
As a marketer, the main challenge I would say is to use this 55 years of pent up brand equity and to use it so effectively so that it doesn't dilutes but it grows further. As a business strategy and strategy head, it's to target new TG and to open new revenue streams where we can grow exponentially.
Sure.
As a salesperson, it's a daily grind. Aaj closing kitna ho raha hai? So we are in the month end, and this is the last week of the month end closing. So this is a daily grind, pushing the team, motivating them to achieve even when the market is not so good. What is the micro strategies that we can use to extract that last bit of sale? So that's more or less like it. So these are the things that constantly go in my head. It's not one particular thing.
Sure.
But I'm very well supported by our management who share the load. It's not me alone. So our MD, Mr. Mohit Motwani, is very actively involved in all these things. And so is our chairman, Dr. Prakash Motwani,
Okay.
who's having like 45 years of mammoth experience in the trade. And he also is, if you'll talk to him, he'll have the same vigor and he'll talk with the same vigor as I'm talking right now.
That's nice. So that takes me to the next series of questions. Owner managed business realities, right? You spoke about the vigor and energy that the owners are bringing to the table, right? How do you navigate founder-led growth? So what I mean is that there are MNCs, then there are owner-led, businesses, family-run businesses, right? So what's different about building a business when it's owner managed? What advantages and limitations have you faced, in your journey so far?
I personally feel that owner-led businesses or family-run businesses have an advantage that other brands don't, to an extent. Like historically, if you see, all the brands that are existing today from a long time have been family-run and owner-managed businesses only.
Somewhere they will become professionals.
Correct.
Right.
So that's the challenge part that I'll come to. But the advantage that a business owner led or a business which has a face is that it's very easy for them to build a human connection to their audience, to their stakeholders, which as a logo, as you said, or as a brand, it's a time and a bit of cost consuming exercise, and it's a long term exercise, so to say. But when I say Nagesh, I immediately I know your personality. It already comes to my mind. So I think this is a very big benefit that owner-led businesses have. The only challenge is that it should not stop there, and it should not be only person-driven. It should be a process-driven organization as well. That's also where we are as a PM Kona are transitioning, and this is a very conscious effort that we have chosen to do. And it's a question of in a simple one-line answer, if I can say, it's a question of speed versus accuracy and retention versus recall. आपका रिटेंशन ब्रांड का बढ़ जाता है अगर आप एज अ पर्सन देखते हो ब्रांड को तो,
राइट,
एंड नॉट एज अ ब्रांड लोगो. एंड स्पीड बहुत बढ़ जाता है ऑफ चेंज इफ यू वांट टू, बिकॉज इट्स अ straight line hierarchy and we don't need multiple approvals and layers to say yes or no. Even if I have to do a marketing campaign or something, it would be a yes or no. It won't be days and days of mailing and CC and everything.
and second guessing everybody else in the hierarchy.
Exactly.
Interesting.
But at the same time, process driven, it should transition to a process driven organization as well,
right?
Which we are on the process of in between the process to doing so.
Sure. So what do you think is holding back most owner-led electrical businesses from scaling up or evolving in India? I mean, while PM Kona is one which has already, I feel, transitioned, but I'm sure you must be aware of many other such brands in the marketplace or companies in the marketplace. What's holding them back? When will the next anchor? When will the next, so many big brands that are there? When will you see owner-managed businesses reaching that scale and that level?
I think one line answer or one word answer would be mindset.
Okay, interesting.
A few months back, I've written a small blog also on it, which says that business is not equal to brand. It's businesses often forget that even if you are getting a traction, regular sales from the market day in, day out, it doesn't mean that you are building a brand. You see, products, businesses are process driven, they are made in factories. But brand is built in the heart and mind of a consumer.
So true.
That heart and mind conjunction, where every brand wants to dominate a particular emotion in your mind, is what the mindset shift of a business to brand the new brands need to, or the older brands also need to have in mind. To I think it's a India is at a very niche and very good place where there should be a lot of brands coming up from India, because
Even
we
I
are
agree.
so business driven. I mean, we are so hardworking, so process oriented, fully involved. I've seen even at PM Kona, if you come, I think I've told you this earlier also when we met. आप अभी सर के केबिन में जाओगे, you'll find so many products. He's testing the products himself. A chairman testing the products himself daily.
Yes,
I mean, what else other involvement do you need in a business?
true.
So we already have all the ingredients. It's just to mix it well and serve it to a global audience.
Sure. One another observation, Devesh, tell me if I'm right or wrong, is that a lot of commodity uh, product, manufacturers, owners, family businesses, they always have a business ambition, right? But they never have a brand ambition. They always feel their brand क्या है, छोड़ो ना, धंधा हो रहा है, 100 करोड़, 200 करोड़, 300 करोड़, बिना ब्रांड बनाए किया हुआ है तो क्या करना है, correct? So if business ambition equals brand ambition, I think there is immense potential,
Right.
for them to really, explode.
Right.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I completely agree. And just to add on to it, Coca-Cola as a brand is worth more than the products that it sells.
Exactly.
I can give n number of
True.
examples. You will be
Apple.
noting better. Apple
Yeah.
as a brand,
You
just
shut down the
logo.
factory, the brand will still exist for the next 3-4 years
Exactly.
at the same valuation, maybe more.
Exactly.
People will crave because there's a scarcity syndrome that it has created.
Exactly.
True.
It's like asking Picasso to make fantastic painting, but keep it in the cupboard.
True.
So all the brands are like India is like a brand starved market.
True.
It's nothing else. And I think it's high time people like you are taking also conscious efforts to change this. It's highly respectable. It is a hard work because SME industry, so to say, as you said, it's very difficult to communicate the value of the brand.
True.
But if I were to quantify this, I would give a simple message. आपका brand just a logo का value आपका पूरा turnover से ज़्यादा हो सकता है.
True.
So it's a quantifiable measure only. So have that mindset shift, or rather have the switch on towards brand.
पर ये समझाए कैसे? I have had many owners, family business owners, and I try to explain to them, brand, and they think that I've come to sell advertising, frankly, correct? And that's where they get put off. They're saying, नागेश भाई यार आपको तो यार एड चलाना है, ये चलाना है, वो चलाना है, आपको मेरे से पैसे खींचने हैं। मतलब नहीं, मैं चाहता हूँ कि आपका ब्रांड मार्केट प्लेस में स्थापित हो जाए, लोगों के दिमाग में बैठ जाए, जहन में बैठ जाए, राइट? बट दे ऑलवेज मिसअंडरस्टैंड दैट an advertising agency or a brand consulting agency comes in to sell creative services, right? They don't understand that the small impact that small guerrilla tactics can actually create, eventually leading the brand to be a preferred brand. How do you explain to the owners the importance of brand building? How would you do it?
So I'll just tell you my experience, what we have done here, and maybe what has worked. I'm not in a position to tell you how you should do it, but yeah, for us, yes, we also faced that challenge in the beginning. And as you said, these guerrilla tactics. See, we are not a very flashy, heavy advertisement and heavy marketing brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not many are, in fact.
Not many are in
Yeah.
the same space, but using this guerrilla tactics, as I said, to focus on your basics, most of the problem would be solved. One way that we did was we did our brand survey exercise to quantify what is the value of our brand. We never did that earlier, by the way. So to understand or to make the owners understand कि brand का value क्या है, business से ज़्यादा है कि नहीं, and that's where the shift happened. That's where I understood कि अरे यार brand का value तो ज़्यादा है.
So you got a professional agency to do the research?
We
That
had
itself is a-
multiple
That
professional
itself is a big leap.
Yeah.
Lot of owners don't even believe in the research process.
Correct. But I would say that is then to a fraction of the money that you'll spend for marketing or advertisement.
Yep.
It's not even a paisa of one campaign.
Correct.
So it's worth it only at the end of the day.
Right.
I think that can be one part of it where you can show. Other part, maybe what worked for us is when we were launching Estella, same. And similarly, when we were launching the other product that is Teron. We launched Teron in an area or geography where we were not very strong in that category.
Hmm.
But
So it was a new market.
it was a new market.
Okay.
Our other products were already selling there.
Got it.
But we were doing it for, we especially designed it for that areas where we are not very strong with that segment.
Right.
And when we launched it, we told everyone, this is not just a product that we are selling it for the namesake of a price and this to capture the market. We deeply feel that once you see this product as a value towards your customers, the customers that are buying PM Kona other products will value the other products more.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. We positioned that product to be a very value entry level product. But what we saw is कि हमारा जो महंगा product है वो बिकना चालू ज़्यादा हो गया.
Okay.
So when there is a pull sale rather than a push sales, you understand that your brand is working.
Correct. True. Yeah. Interesting. So other thing, Devesh, I wanted to ask you, there's always this internal tug of war, between tradition and transformation. Correct? जो चल रहा है वैसे चलने दो, let's not, upset the apple cart. Correct? Between running the business and reinventing it. Correct? How did you go about reinventing, the entire process? You mentioned about, changing the process, getting in the research agency and doing things. How did you go about doing that? What are the building blocks that you put in place, correct? If you could help the viewers know this.
I'll say I was very fortunate to have such a management where we have a perfect combination of, transformation and a bit of a tradition side. One gives us roots, other gives us wings.
Right.
So, as I said, Dr. Prakash Motwani, our chairman, he has like immense 40-45 years of experience in the trade, more than our age. And he binds us to his roots and makes sure that we don't, deviate from our ethos.
Right.
At the same time, Mr. Mohit Motwani, the MD, his son, is full on transformation. He believes in taking on risks wherever required, or having that ambitious goals. So in that case, I would say I was a bit fortunate because whatever ideas I did propose, more so sooner or later we had implemented it. Maybe some earlier, some sooner, some later. But we had approached that ideas and we have at least tried.
Right. So it's interesting you mentioned that the senior Mr. Motwani, binds you to the roots and the younger Mr. Motwani gives you the wings to fly, right? So at what point did the pivot happen, from selling products to building a brand, to wanting to go out and talk about the brand, about, your ethos and about how you differentiate vis-a-vis others, right? So do you, in your experience, at PM Kona, see a clear pivot point that happened? Was it when the younger generation came over, or was there something that happened in the marketplace that sort of created the shift?
I would say actually not the younger generation, but our chairman only has this push. कि हम लोग 55 ईयर का पुराना ब्रांड है. Why are we not number one? We have to be number one. Do what you want to do, but I want this on the top. So it was from the push from the chairman side, in fact, I'll say, and that drove us. Of course, when you are given a clean sheet कि आप इसको बड़ा बनाना है, आप करिए जो आपको जो करना है, then you'll run your horses, right?
Right. And you think in that manner.
You'll think in that manner.
True. Yeah.
Which direction we can take. Of course, then it's our job as a business strategist, as a marketeer, to understand which direction is an optimum or which direction would give us the most amount of value to the company.
Right.
So yeah, I think in that context it was sir's idea, and that pivoted us to the brand side more. Also, we realized that the some approach of the other brands that have been successful in this space, what is their approach? Of course, we also learn from our trade, our
Competition.
industry only, and we evaluated it. There is something that we need to change, because good quality product, good long lasting product has become a hygiene. Earlier, these were the innovative factors
True.
for which we were known for a long time. PM Kona, if you ask in the market, people ask for our certain of our products. So we don't have to sell them. But the newer products, we have to push a bit. So this is also, that can be also another reason where we realize that now it has become a hygiene to have quality and good product, but you need something more than that.
Right. So I'll dig a bit deeper, Devish, here. You mentioned about the chairman driving this entire vision. Again, I want to ask what triggered it, correct? Like many people are very happy with status quo. Okay, 100 crores, 200 crores, 300 crore business running, every year I'm getting 10-15% growth, I'm perfectly happy. Was the pain point that I'm 55 years in the business, I have this tremendous trust, I'm this high quality product, but yet, despite having this trust and this legacy, there are people who have gone ahead of me and, gone ahead to become, maybe a bigger business than theirs? Or is it that, they were being held back? Or is it they were not getting adopted in newer markets? What would have, there would have been some pain point that would have triggered this?
Yeah, I think, I mean, some and all can be the pain points. Yes, we did faced all of these issues where we are, stagnancy has been reached in a certain market where we
Right.
can't go further. And there we changed the approach a bit, and then we started growing. There was a category push as well. There was, of course, competitor peer pressure as well. It's also there. See, the point to understand here is there are not a lot of family managed owner run brands in India that are 55 years old. This is a very strong legacy to work on. And of course, as a person, if we are 55-year-old, we'll also ask, "Arey yaar, मैं 55 का हो गया हूँ, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ आज?"
Correct.
So, as a brand, it's a very logical question to ask. I mean,
Right.
so I don't think it needs a certain separate push, so to say, but it's an intrinsic motivation that is always there, a lingering thought that I want to grow, I want to be there,
True.
and that's what we had intrinsically. It's us with the team. It was we were able to drive it further, and we are fortunate to we are driving it further.
Right. So tell me, how did you internally, align your team, from sales to manufacturing to the management, around the idea, the central idea of building a brand in a very non-glamorous category? What steps did you take to align them? How did you convince them that, this is becoming important in today's day and age?
So my take on the glamorous category side is, I'll just like to correct you. It's a very glamorous category. I mean, अगर business बहुत अच्छा है, सब लोग इधर ही आ रहे हैं, पैसा बहुत अच्छा बन रहा है, then it's a glamorous category only.
Yeah,
But
just to add to that, a lot of people say that, मेरे बिजनेस बहुत बोरिंग है, इलेक्ट्रिकल स्विच बेचता हूँ मैं, तो क्या करना है, ब्रांडिंग व्रांडिंग नहीं करना है, छोड़ो, जो बिक रहा है. So, I mean, I personally believe that there are no, in fact, my book alludes to this, that there are no boring categories, there are only
Correct.
boring mindsets.
correct, correct,
You can make your business as glamorous as you want, correct?
correct.
And that's somewhere I think what you're alluding
Correct,
to.
correct. I truly echo your words and wholeheartedly agree. It's a very glamorous category according to me, because as I said, post COVID, all the other brands are trying to enter into the space. We are very core strong at tier 2, tier 3 market, and that's our core hub. And it has always been. We have been a value providing brand to the consumer from a long time. Now the other players are also realizing that this is a very lucrative space. Market बहुत बड़ा है, तो मार्केट साइज जब भी बड़ा है तो दूसरे एंटर करने के लिए भी जगह है. बट a lot of brands, I don't think they see it in a different way or something. But if one product of one brand is selling good in one market, it does not guarantee that all the other products of that brand will sell as good as the same the previous product.
Right.
Every product has to go through a journey of a product market fit, a product price fit, a product geography fit, a product target audience and their psychography fit. If I were to simplify it, a golden triangle that all the products have to follow, it's the price, the value, and the distribution, what you are doing. Not all the products will work in all the geographies, and this is where the brands don't realize and they feel के ये commodity business है, यहाँ पे तो price कम करेगा तो ही चलेगा.
Correct.
But it's
And
not the case.
that's a wrong notion.
That's a wrong notion.
Correct.
As I said, Estella, when we started selling, it's a affordable premium category. It was above the 2 steps above of what we were currently selling, or of a most running item, that is a status.
Right.
But we positioned it in a way where we tried to solve these 3 problems of price, value, and distribution, and we saw good traction there. So, coming to your question, that first of all, it's a glamorous category. How to align your internal team? I think if you keep on saying the same things again and again to everyone, everywhere you meet, then kahin na kahin to echo hoga hi hoga.
Okay.
So we consciously make an effort in every review meeting, in every huddle meeting, to tell even the most junior person in the team that you are selling a nationwide brand. You are not selling a एक छोटा का दुकान का चीज, छोटा मैन्युफैक्चरर नहीं है. We have a brand, we have a legacy of 55 years. You have a quality product, you're giving good value to your consumer. You just have to communicate this. So when you keep all, in the beginning it was a challenge to communicate this, but we kept on doing it, kept on doing it, kept on doing it. Now we are there that some of our team members have started echoing it.
Nice. So can you recall any specific incidents or an experience where maybe a dealer or a distributor or a customer, okay, validated your brand building journey? You did mention about one example where your dealer said that improve your packaging, and then they started displaying it, you got more shelf space. Is there anything else, any other incident that comes to your mind which is a payoff to your journey?
Yeah, I can instantly recall. There have been multiple instances of this example. I'll just share with you. So earlier, when we used to go to the market, all dealers and distributors had this one complaint. सर वो ब्रांड ऐसा कर रहा है, सर वो ब्रांड ऐसा कर रहा है, सर आप क्यों नहीं कर रहे? सर मेरे को भी कर, आप भी करके दो तो हम लोग ऐसा करेंगे. वो देखो ऐसा कर रहे हैं, वो देखो ऐसा कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, देयर वाज अ कांस्टेंट कंपैरिजन.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah, exactly. But they forget that grass is greener where you water it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we internally took every criticism very consciously, and we improved ourselves over the course of last few years in each of every point. Packaging was the one point that I mentioned you. Policies, internal policies are something else. Then there is supply chain, there is distribution, manufacturing. All the aspects we consciously looked into it as a team. We improved slowly and gradually each and every aspect. Now when we go to the same dealer and distributor, they tell me, सर मैं आपका चीज है ना वो ब्रांड को दिखाता हूँ. बोलता हूँ आप ये कर सकते हैं पीएम को, ना तो आप क्यों नहीं कर सकते? तो आप भी करो सर.
So you become the new standard.
We became the new standard.
Right.
So that's how we did it. So conscious care on each and every smallest aspect of all entire supply chain is what we are very good at. Any team member of my organization, if you meet, he will have that close touch to a ground reality, and close eye on everything that he's doing, whether it is policy, whether it is product, whether it is a packaging, whether it is anything around the spectrum.
Nice. So another thing, Devesh, I wanted to ask, is there any one branding move or a decision on brand building that you wish that you had made earlier? ये 2 साल पहले किया होता ना तो मजा आ गया होता, ब्रांड की ट्रैजेक्टरी चेंज हो जाती. Is there something that you sort of on hindsight today think that I wish I had done this earlier, or I wish I had done this much better, much earlier than what my management asked me to do?
मेरे को तो लगता है यार सब चीज़ जो कर रहे हैं सब जल्दी करना चाहिए था. So I mean the pace at which we have grown, I think we could have still grown faster, especially in the consumer facing front. Had we started a bit earlier to doing all these the things that we discussed, same things, nothing different. But if you had done it, say, just when COVID got over, that was a really nice space where a lot of brands used that opportunity. The entire COVID period where they were at the home and not doing anything, there they used to make, they polish their brand and to shine out, brighter. And post-COVID, I mean, you will agree, I think, that a lot of brands started going very aggressive in the market in terms of whether it is product or marketing or everything.
True.
So I think we should have done that faster, and yeah, but better late than never. We are
Yep.
there already on the train, and we'll reach.
But time lost never comes back. So that's the the flip side of
I agree to
that, right?
Correct.
So tell me, how do you measure brand impact in a B2B2C category like yours, where sales often happens through distributors, and through other channels. So how do you measure the brand impact? What are the metrics that you measure?
Push sales, whenever it's converted to pull sales, you know that your consumer is asking for it. I'll give you
So
an
how do
example.
you measure that?
So I'll give you one example of a similar instance of another product that we were doing, which is LED. Again, very fast moving, and the challenge in LEDs we have is that the price keeps on reducing day in day out. Every month there is a new pricing, there's reduced pricing. So, and also it is not seen as a very brand conscious product, so to say. When we started it just a few years back, we consciously priced our product a bit higher to understand what is the market position of PM Kona as a brand when it enters into a new category. Are the consumers accepting it or not? Initially, we had some backlash. Our internal team resisted it, but we pushed them to try it into the market and see if it works or not. To an extent, it worked. And we wanted to be very sure that when we go into the market, the quality of the product is not hindered at all, because we are very, very conscious on the quality part. And LED as a product also has this lingering effect of कि इसका quality कैसा है पता नहीं यार, आज bulb चल रहा है कल bulb बंद हो जाएगा,
Right.
I don't know. तो we got that trust from the consumer side first. उन्होंने लगा के देखा, product अच्छा लगा. Today we have reduced the pricing also a bit, but it's going really, really well now. So I mean, I don't know how to frame this answer, so to say, what we consciously did, but it's a testing of A/B testing in the market to understand what works and what not in your brand universe.
Right. Okay. So another thing, do you think that PM Kona in the near future can command a premium equal to the market leaders in the marketplace? Can they? A. And if they can, or if they wish to, what are the changes that PM Kona needs to make in order to be commanding the premium?
So depends upon what you call a premium, so to say. Um, a person who has a budget of a bike would be a premium. A person who has a budget of a car would be a premium. So it depends upon which target audience you are talking to. If I were to say about our space that we are working currently, like the tier 2, tier 3 space that we are strong in, we do command a premium from the other brands. We do not sell the product just on the basis of pricing itself. We show our consumers what is an extra value that you are getting out of it. So we have a very good loyalty programs for all our influencers, whether it's primary, secondary, or tertiary. So at some space, we are demanding that premium. But yes, when you say that will it be able to demand a higher premium, it's a question of again the STP approach. Does our brand fit in that target audience space is really important to answer.
Right.
For that to do, I think we need a strong brand rehaul, so to say, to target that kind of an audience and to be present in that space.
Right. So other thing that is a personal interest to me, especially in your category, Devesh, is that innovation pipeline. Correct. You make the most fantastic looking switches, sleek designs and everything and functionality, and within maybe 2 or 3 months, there's a copycat in the marketplace. Correct. So how do you ensure consistently there is innovation happening, consistently you're flooding the market with new things, consistently ensuring that the new news, at least on the product front, right? And then you wait for the market to see you in a different light. What is the process for innovation in your organization?
वैसे तो प्रोडक्ट कोई भी बना लेता है, as you said, सब लोग बना
सब लोग
लेंगे
बना
products,
लेंगे,
कोई
yes.
बड़ी बात नहीं है.
आपने कुछ फैंटेसी बने थे 2 महीने में 1 महीने में किसी ने कॉपी भी कर
Yes.
लिया.
I mean, we are as a country, we are very agile and we are very smart in that.
Yes.
So I think we should take pride in that.
Correct.
So competition से डर नहीं लगता साहब.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Correct.
But वो stagnant market से डर लगता
That
है.
like that. Correct.
So product कोई भी बना लेता है. It's about how you execute the other the entire chain of how it reaches to the consumer.
Right.
सेम प्रोडक्ट आप मेरा कॉपी कर लोगे, पर मेरा ब्रांड इथोस कॉपी नहीं कर पाओगे. मेरा जो आपसे जो पर्सनल ह्यूमन टच है, एज आई सेड, वो कॉपी नहीं कर पाओगे. मेरा सर्विस लेवल कॉपी नहीं कर पाओगे. ठीक है, मेरा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन क्या आप कॉपी कर पाओगे. सो इट्स नॉट एन आंसर ऑफ द जस्ट वन थिंग दैट वी डिफरेंशिएट. आई लाइक टू गिव दिस एनालॉजी टू माई टीम व्हेनेवर यू नो आई हैव सेड दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. आई आस्क देम, आपको चाय बनाने आता है? सर हाँ, चाय बनाने आता है. अच्छा, क्या क्या इंग्रेडिएंट्स लगते हैं उसमें? सर चाय पत्ती, दूध लगता है, हो गया. बस, अब यू थिंक अगेन. So after 3-4 rounds of questioning, they understand that it requires milk, it requires water, it requires chai patti, it requires sugar, it requires a cup, it requires a gas, it requires a vessel, it requires a platform. At the end, it requires a vessel where you pour the tea. You also need that strainer. लास्ट में जब ये आप वो सर्व करके किसी को देते हो, अगर उसका मूड खराब है, कितना भी अच्छा बनाया हो आपने, वो बोलेगा यार ठीक है, जाने दो यार, मजे वाला नहीं है. ऑन द फ्लिप साइड, अगर उसका मूड बहुत अच्छा है जिसको आप दे रहे हो, यू पुट ऑल द इंग्रेडिएंट्स करेक्टली, एक दो कम भी डाल दिया, वो बोलेगा यार अच्छा है, चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं है. सो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज, वी हैव टू डू ऑल द एंटायर चेन करेक्टली. हमको अपना पूरा बेस्ट फुट फॉरवर्ड देना है. हाउ द कस्टमर लाइक्स इट और नॉट, it's upon the customer also, and we have to understand our customer regularly, and उसके likes और dislikes के हिसाब से थोड़ा agility चाहिए.
Right.
So that's what we do here in PM Kona. We constantly have created a positive feedback loop wherein we have eyes and ears on the ground. We understand from the ground what's going on, and our industry is very agile.
True.
And it's very dynamic.
Yep.
Every day there is some other change, and so many geographical landscapes. You never know. एक जगह पे बारिश बहुत पड़ रहा है, आपका प्रोडक्ट सडनली नहीं चलेगा. एक जगह पे अगर सर्दी लग रही है, ज़्यादा विंटर आ गया और वहाँ पे आपका प्रोडक्ट सडनली बहुत अच्छा चलने लगा. If that is certain kind of products
Yep.
work well. So a lot of agility is required. So this entire chain has to be correct. Then you serve the tea, then leave it to the customer.
Also, this entire category is undergoing tectonic shifts. There are a lot of big players who are also doing backward integration.
Right.
They were into only one particular segment of cable manufacturing, are now they're backward integrating, doing LEDs, lighting solutions, everything, switches and all that, right? So that also is something that sort of, you have to be aware of and worry at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Devish, going to the last mile, is there a business, is there a brand, is there a benchmark that you want to emulate, that you want to surpass? What is the vision? What is the next 3 or 5 year vision for PM Kona?
So again, I think we discussed this last time when we were at the office. We see PM Kona, I see PM Kona as the Maruti of modular switches segment. And I think that's where we want to be. And that's where we are also heading at. And if I complete this analogy, Maruti is known as a quality player. It's for the masses, and it provides more value for money for in all the categories, whether it's selling a high-end product or a medium brand or a starter product. That's where we also want to be in the conjuncture, in the heart mind of consumer that we said. We want to be known for that only. We know that's our target audience. We are, as I said, we are not very flashy. We know where we stand. We want to be in that market only. We want to serve that market well. And so I think 5 years लंबा हो गया. हम लोग बहुत साल से मेहनत कर रहे हैं. I think we'll reach there sooner.
Superb. So that's an interesting analogy, to be the Maruti in your segment, correct? And that sort of telegraphically tells me what a vision is, correct?
Right.
You want to penetrate each and every household, correct?
Right.
That's what Maruti did
Right.
when they came into the market and took the country by storm, right? So last question, correct? If that is the vision, what are the 2 or 3 things that you want to do to achieve that? And what are the 2 or 3 things that can possibly hold you back?
See, we live in a age of marketing and social media. Okay, सबको एक रील बना के वायरल होना है, ठीक है? आई एम श्योर आपके पास भी जो कंज्यूमर्स या आते होंगे, मेरे को वायरल कैंपेन चाहिए राकेश,
Correct. Yeah.
बताओ क्या करना है? So what I'm trying to say is, in this day and age, consistency is seen as boring, and hard work is seen as outdated. I want that team players which believe in these fundamentals and believe in the ethos of the brand to grow it further. Consistency and hard work. There are no replacement of it. There never were, there never will be. No matter how much AI comes, no matter what technology changes. So I think that's the first thing I would like to do, and we are doing that. We have grown our team immensely in the last few years, and with this same thought process in mind, to have that kind of team player who can echo your thoughts and brand ethos, that helps us in again guerrilla way of brand building.
True.
So again, I don't need very flashy branding or marketing, so to say.
Right.
What I don't want to do or what I want to restrain from is being just known in a certain category or just known for a single product.
Right.
As PM Kona, I mean, proudly we work in 6 categories in total. So modular switches, non-modular switches, LED lights, switchgear segment, wires, and accessories, the supporting products.
Right.
There are very few brands that can start a new product range and be, mildly successful in it. Of course, everyone is known for a one core product, but we are trying to capture this through entire holistic benchmark. So it's a conscious effort that also keeps me at night कि एक ही प्रोडक्ट के वजह से हमको पहचानना नहीं जाना चाहिए.
So you want to be known for a repertoire of offerings rather than one hero product.
Right, like historically, if you see, Samsung started as a grocery store, okay,
Yep.
but now they are selling so many things, right? I mean, Nokia also started as not as a mobile phone maker. They started with something else, I think from refrigerators or something.
Right.
Now they are doing something else. So when we build that kind of brand, that it doesn't matter कि आप एक product बेच रहे हो कि आप कौन सा spectrum बेच रहे हो.
True.
It's getting, again, coming to the same thing, getting the basics right, and that shift of mindset.
Superb. Any last parting piece of advice to our viewers that you would like to give in a commodity category, what's to be done, or how to run, marketing, or run the business in a family-run organization? Any parting thoughts from your side?
I think we have a lot of Picassos, we have a lot of Van Goghs, we have a lot of beautiful artists here in India, and it's high time to make that switch on from business to brand, from commodity to brand, if I may use that line of yours, Nagesh.
Yeah.
And let's go global. We have everything that we need in India, and it's the right time and high time we can do it.
Thank you, Devesh, for powering this conversation and for showing us what it takes to switch on growth in a very, very cluttered and commoditized category. Thank you for being here. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me.